You just might. 68 degrees. Good morning. Sheriff's here too. And we do have 30% chance of those showers today, but maybe we'll be okay till lunchtime.
Oh, man. Boy, I feel young all over again, you know. Trying to get up to sheriff's age. Good morning, I'm Jamie Cooper. Thank y'all for getting up with us. This is Athens in the AM on a Tuesday morning. District Cooper Company Live. Join me today, Shelley Wagner. She's sitting over here in the dark right now. She don't. Up there she is right there. There's little Shelley. You gonna sing today? Yeah, you come from that background now that I know your bloodline. And join me today, Gregg, Sheriff Jan, Dr. White in here, Sheriff Mike Blakely. Boy, you just figured you just get all casual this morning, didn't you, Mike?
Like I said, you don't brush your hair. I just wear my gym clothes. I got to go to the gym.
And Gregg, what's your excuse?
I don't have one.
Gregg Crow, we'll talk to Gregg in just a second, too. Gregg, out of the record business.
Yep,
Yeah.
30 years.
30 years. We'll talk about that just a little bit, too. We have retired, but you're still in the yogurt business. The yogurt king of Limestone County.
Yeah.
All right, we'll talk about what's going on. Frank's on the phone, Brad in the back, Abby on camera. We'll get her cranking. We're babysitting again on this Tuesday morning. Football season is fast approaching, as is my birthday. Don't forget, you got this week and next week. Get all the gifts you can up here. There ain't nothing like turning 60 years old. The little country rover you see every Monday, dark, thick hair, 30 years ago. Well, that was me too. All right, let's go to the weather right now, because still a chance of rain, ain't it?
There's almost a chance of rain every day these days. But 30% chance of rain today. 11 o'clock, the Weather Channel says when the greater chance is, and then it'll stick around for the afternoon hours. High temperatures today, 85, with your low temperatures around 68. It's 68 outside right now. If you get a chance to look outside, full moon. Wonder what the day has in store for us. Tomorrow, 85 for that high, 20% chance of showers, and your low temperature 66. Don't forget Marmac. They'll be with us again on Friday, and just a slight chance of rain, and that's just summertime, I guess. Where are the 90s?
It didn't happen. Got a record July, ranked the 23rd coolest on the record, boys.
And the most rain ever.
You know what did it rain, 7 inches on the 4th of July?
I've never seen, in my 62 years, never seen a wet July like that.
62? Golly, you're old.
And proud of it.
62 years old.
Well, I'm not lying about my age like you are.
I'm not lying. I've been, you know.
Those were always nutritional herbs and more products and wonders.
Hey, so, back school started yesterday, all in Athens, Limestone County. I guess your kids are knowing that they old enough. Maddie starts down at Lindsay Lane today. Yeah. We held her out yesterday, and so she'll be in down there. But I can remember, and you do too, you wouldn't, starting school in July. I was telling somebody the day, they didn't believe it.
Get out for cotton picking.
I was 5 years old. We started in July. Got out 6 weeks to pick cotton in the end of September into October.
That's funny.
I didn't pick cotton, I was too little, but I remember going to the fields and seeing them out there. That's hard, most people believe, to go to the same. Me and my 2 brothers went 12 years to New Hope High School.
Why were you too little at 5 to pick cotton? I started picking way before that.
Well, you live down West Limestone County, though.
Mother make a pillowcase and put a strap on it for me to pick cotton in.
How many pounds you get?
Now, before I quit picking cotton, I could pick over 200 pounds a day.
Oh, come on.
Absolutely.
Depend on 200 pounds.
If I didn't, I'd get a whipping.
Is that about right for him? Right. Yeah. Well, Frank was in there when cotton was invented. Downtown.
He helped Eli Whitley work on the cotton gin.
Hey, I want to remind all of y'all tonight, I'll be going this afternoon. I'm going over to interview the legendary Percy Sledge. He's playing an evening with the legendary Percy Sledge and friends. That's the Marriott tonight. Tickets are still available, $25. That's over at the conference center there behind the, over in Florence. Percy, when a man loves a woman, kind of his one-hit wonder, but he's got a gospel thing. William Lee Golden with the Oak Ridge Boys will be there. Travis Womack will be there. And bunch of folks. So we'll be over this afternoon, and we'll have some interview coming up with Percy. Coming up, they'll probably get a little video for their rehearsal too. And
well, he's a legend.
Well, that'll be 2 of us then.
Oh my goodness.
That'll be 2. Hey, I want to talk about. I saw this in the Gunnersville Gleam. Luke Worthy died back on August 12th last week. He was 81. He was the dean of students at Sand Mountain University, which would be Sneed. Let me tell y'all a quick story about my meeting the dean of students at Sneed College. My first day there, Gregg. First day. I had to live in the dorm. Somehow I kind of stayed out all night that night with 2 girls from the girls' dorm.
No.
Well, we got kind of caught. Next day, first day in school, I'm in front of Dean Worthy.
What a memory. It was
We're
fun,
not
though, wasn't it?
Well, what a night.
Was it fun?
Was that your last day of school?
Yeah, well, let me say, I'm one of the few people that ever actually flunked out of Sneed College. I did manage to, you know Gary Ryan?
Yeah.
Yeah, me and him were in college over there together. He was on the basketball team, but yeah, we went over there. See, I lasted about 2 quarters, and then, in essence, I kind of departed and later went to Gadsden State and graduated down there. So anyway, Gregg, no surprise, Alabama Roll Tide #1, got 58 of 60 first place votes. Big controversy going on now, Chef. We all grew up in the Bear Bryant area. I had the pleasure of interviewing Bear back in the late 70s and stuff. And this is the big controversy, Jan, to update you on football.
Okay.
Who's better, Saban or Bear Bryant? You know, nobody ever thought that would even cross anybody's mind.
Saban's still above ground.
Saban.
Yeah.
Nick Saban wins it this year. He'll be the greatest college football coach ever in history.
But he'll never be the Bear.
True.
He may even win more than the Bear.
I think it's tougher now to win than it was back then. All right.
Do you?
A couple quick things here. You know, I've showed y'all my record player over there. I got it. My parents both passed away, so that's what we grew up listening to Alabama games on. Well, I brought some of the records that were in it. These are the ones I had. Will the Circle Be Unbroken? Mike, you remember that one? One of the most popular albums of all time.
Is that Stonewall or Jeb Stewart? Oh.
I actually have that.
Do you?
Yeah.
I think it's Stonewall. Willie Nelson and Family had that one. And one that y'all don't have, that I'm probably the only man in history,
Oh, man.
Musing on Mules and Other Things by Marilyn Green up in Hot Rock, Tennessee.
Man.
How many of y'all have a full album on nothing but donkeys and mules?
That's funny, isn't it?
Are they braying or what are they doing?
No, she's singing about it.
Oh, okay.
There's probably some of that in here.
Maddie likes it.
Daddy, like, yeah.
Once a jackass, always a jackass, you know? But I just wanted y'all to see that.
That's good.
All right. A couple things I want to talk about this morning. This right here is kind of unbelievable that they're out now. Gregg, you're a little bit younger than me and the sheriff, so I bet you, as a kid, you had a three-wheeler, didn't you? When you pedal. Well, do you know to now there's a guy in USA Today yesterday, you can get one made just for you. Here's a picture of it. There it is right there. A three-wheel trike for adults, Gregg. Yep, nostalgia grown-ups, now head-turning adults. The high rollers, what it's called now. You can get one for only, I think, $5.99. $600, basically.
I don't know if I can pedal it.
Extra cushy seat. Extra cushy seat, $5.99.99. Mike, it's targeted men 35 to 45, which rules you out, of course.
Yeah.
But you could have had one. High roller. Can you see somebody going down the street with that thing on, pedaling that?
Looks like it'd be hard to pedal.
That takes some work.
That's a lot of work, it
Yeah.
looks like.
Yeah, it ain't too far off the ground, I can tell you that.
Like a big wheel.
Not at all. So, no. All right, Jan, what are your subject on today, Dr.
Oh,
White?
housing options for empty nesters. Empty nesters.
Everybody's wanting to downsize, ain't they, Gregg?
Yep.
Yep.
Well, is this the time to do it?
Well, right now while the interest rate's down, because it's going to go up.
Well, they're saying right now it will stay below 5% for the next year. You believe that?
It'll surprise me if it does. I hope it does.
But everybody's wanting to downsize. They got to get rid of the house they're in to be able to do that.
And the bigger houses is selling slower than the smaller houses.
No.
Whole lot.
That's why I like to live conservatively.
Yeah, right.
When?
I like to live conservatively.
When does that
I
start?
like just being able to live on one floor.
Yeah,
Well, that we
right.
do.
Huh?
That we do.
In one room.
Well, I have to get around a little bit, so I like to go from room to room and watch TV. Time for a Dear Jamie, if I've got a moment this morning.
Okay.
Dear Jamie, Shelley, you might want to get in on this. Scared, aren't you?
Yes, I am.
I've been married to a terrific guy for many years. We have a strong commitment, and the relationship that many of our friends told us they wish they had. And I said that once too about a friend of mine. Guess who is dating on the side? One of my wives. Oh, okay. Well, we won't get into that subject. Sheriff, we recently went through a rough patch when I discovered he was having an online affair with an old college friend. Says here, they never got together physically, but he shared intimate details of our life together. The kind of things that should remain between two married people, not shared with others. They've had several rather sexually heated conversations and made promises to each other to get together sometime in the future. What do I do?
Dear Jamie.
Well, how many times do we hear about that?
A bunch.
A lot.
Is it cheating, Sheriff, if you're only online?
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, I would say his wife's gonna think that.
I guess it depends on the spouse. Because some may not care, some might.
First of all,
Many would.
every day you find me texting somebody I went to school with, well, first of all, they'd be 60 years old, and I don't think I'm interested. Is that true?
That's
And no matter whether she forgives him, she'll never forget it.
That's right. There's something about that forgiveness thing. I just have a hard time going, and forgetting. But, hey, I got a couple photographs I want to share with you this morning, too. I was down yesterday at Bill Ming's new business, mall opening up right there. The Dollar Tree's already open. Herbs and More. Well, that ain't the picture, but what is that one?
Lindsay Lane, we were there.
Oh, that was Lindsay Lane the other day. Yeah, I'll get back to that other. That's me with a white shirt on.
Yeah.
I forgot her
Herbs
name,
and More,
but she
Brad.
was from out Owens Cross. Oh, here the Herbs and More moving right there in about, Abby, 2 weeks? Down that way
She just works
yesterday.
there.
Herbs and More moving right there, the new shopping center.
Are they gonna
Coming
be in
soon.
2 buildings?
What?
Are they gonna be in 2?
Yeah, I think so. They're going to be right there. They got Roy a bit here tomorrow to tell you all about it. Then the lady stopped me when we take my picture with her daughter yesterday, and her name was?
It's right there on the card. Allie Wilkes and the mom, or the fiance.
Well, that ain't it. There's another focus, Brad, you should have.
There.
Oh, yeah, that's me in the white shirt. That's the kid who wouldn't get out and take her picture with me.
That's
She just sat
Allie.
there in the car seat. So anyway, we got her picture on this morning, so we want to say hello to them.
And that's
go from there.
Amanda's fiance's daughter.
Oh, okay.
Read your notes. You're not good at that, are you?
What?
Reading your notes that I left.
I like to remember everything with this.
That works. You have a few
Well,
more photos since you
All right, what
forgot.
else we got?
My experience yesterday at Huntsville Hospital.
Who is that pervert?
Well, apparently I'm in the car, we're getting ready to leave, and he just walks right out past us, and that is a real gown and nothing on underneath. He wasn't shy at all. He walked across the street to smoke a cigarette.
Was the back open?
Apparently it was
Going
important.
commando.
Yes, it was. And he was free
And he's an Auburn
everywhere.
fan.
And he's got an Auburn hat on. Yes, you guys did notice that.
Well, while Gloria's there yesterday, and I'm over here working, holding the fort down, she got asked out to lunch by a fireman. Yeah, Smokey was his name.
He was a nice man.
Did you go?
Oh, yeah.
No.
After she told him who she was married to, a living legend, he scared away.
Yeah.
He's like,
Yeah,
you're married
right.
to a celebrity.
Anybody else running for sheriff that you've heard about?
I don't worry about who's running other than myself. We'll let everybody else worry about
You having a
that.
big kickoff anytime soon? We'll talk about that later,
We're
too.
going to stew some goats for long.
Oh, good.
You are. Well, you always do that,
Yeah.
don't you? All right, let me do one other thing right here. I want to talk about. Oh, did you see where idiot Tim Brando picked Alabama number 7? What is his problem? I wanted to tell you about a guy changing his name here. Yeah. This guy here, and then I'm going to go to news. Y'all hang on. This guy's name, changed his real name to this name here 2 years ago. He got arrested for smoking pot or something. Man named Bezal Doo Zo Pity Bop Bop facing 5 years in prison. Well, ain't that his name? Facing 5 years on prison on drug charges. Zop Pop Pity Bop 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 was born Jeffrey Drew Whiskylon, but changed his name 2 years ago to something more fitting. He was arrested back in January, became a popular story for local news stations and late night comedy shows because the latest felony sheriff could land him in jail for prison for 5 years. So that would be known as, what would you call him? Inmate Bezal Doo Zop Pity Bop Bop.
Oh, I'm sure.
Now, how do you come up with a name like that?
I don't know, but I bet that's not what they're going to call him in jail. He looked like Johnny Depp in Pirates of the Caribbean.
We'll take a break on a Tuesday morning and talk about the hospital function coming up in just a little bit too. Y'all hang on.